Hello, and welcome to I'll Knit With You. My name is Rebecca. You can find me on Ravelry and Instagram as Evil22. You can find show notes on the blog, owlknitwithyou.blogspot.com, or you can email me at owlknitwithyou@gmail.com. Hi guys, how are all my owls and my yous? It's only been a week and I'm recording again. Should we celebrate? I think we should. I feel like I sound a lot better. My allergies are much more under control now. Taking Claritin really helps, shocking no one. I saw In-Game twice, and then because I've seen it already when it first came out, and then I saw it with my friends who hadn't seen it yet, and we ate the historic New York TikTok diner afterwards, which is pretty cool because we saw it bought on 34th Street. I'm really stumbling on my words today. Sorry, I'll try and talk slower. I've got my notebook over here with my notes because last time I didn't have any notes, and so I'm trying to figure out because there's nowhere to put them in front of me. So, you know. Just a reminder that the Great Podcaster Craft Together is still happening. To submit a finished FO, you just go to the Great Podcaster Craft Together and you post there, and you need to be a member of my group and their group to win. They are doing monthly drawings, and there'll be a prize for the whole year. So there's lots and lots of prizes being given away. So feel free to go and participate in that. I'll put links in the show notes if you don't know where to find things. So I don't have a lot of blather because it's just been kind of like cold and rainy. So I haven't done a lot of crazy stuff. Okay, sorry. The cop car is gone. I was just worried that it would like drive past my street and you wouldn't be able to hear me. So obviously I have no blather to talk about. Let's move on to some woes and some woes. So I do have a few things. So you know I've been working on my temperature blanket cal for Eat Sleep Knit. So I have 2 more hex puffs done. Check out that beautiful stuff right there. Not my goal of getting 5 done or getting 2 done a day, but I did get 2 done in a whole week, so there you go. I also, in the days leading up to, but not after, the start of May, I realized I could craft whatever I wanted because I'm not in the Harry Potter Knit and Crochet House Cup, except for on the next month. So, not in April, to say it. I am like not speaking so great today, and I apologize. I don't know. I've just been chilling today, and watching TV. I guess I didn't have enough coffee or something. My brain's not working, you guys. So this is my northeasterly blanket as it is right now. This is from one of the Gradient Yarns, had like 20-gram cakes you could buy at Vogue Knitting Live, so I picked up one of those. I think it's a nice addition to my blanket. And then I've just been doing bits and bobs as far as that. I don't know if you guys have seen the whole thing, have you? So then this one goes on like this, and on and on and on forever. So some bright colors, some dark colors, some patriotic colors, camouflage colors. I'm just kind of letting it be whatever it is. I keep my unknown scraps in this magical mason jar of scraps. So there's all sorts of stuff in here, all sorts of colors and things like that. And then I've got some ideas, and I'll tell you about it more in Deafeated FOes. What could that possibly mean? You'll have to find out. I am doing a test knit for Imagine Landscapes. She designs the best stuff. So, sorry, my notebook was caught on it. I don't know that I can show you the image itself. Woo! There, that's all you can see. But I'm using these 2 yarns. This was a gradient, and it's becoming less gradiented. And I'm using this blue, and magical stuff is gonna happen, you guys. I know that I'm allowed to share pics on social media. I just don't want to break the rules and her confidence. So just know that I'm doing a gradient and something with blue. And you saw it for like half a second. So it's been taking a lot of my knitting time, and gradients are like knitting stripes except longer. So you just want to keep going and going and going to get to the next color, and then it takes like all day. I'm using progress markers though, which I rarely use, but they're really motivating on this because I am waiting for the gradient to change, and sometimes you can't tell it's changing right away because colors are just getting less bright or more dark or whatever. And so, especially with this gradient, which I don't know that I've knit, this is Wandering Wool in the Sarnak Fingering colorway, Yuma Sunset. So I've not knit theirs before because I bought it at an SSK a few years ago. And the gradient change is like, like you know it's coming, but you didn't know that you were doing it until you realize you're on a whole other color, which I really like. Maybe that's just me not being very observant when I knit because I'm watching TV or whatever and I'm not really looking down, but I really enjoy the surprise. So, what can I do? This is sort of a whip. I did a swatch for my lace sweater that I want to be knitting, and I have decided, I think, on the Westbourne, which I didn't write the name of the designer on, but here it is. And so I'm thinking of the Westbourne, and it has stripes, so I wanted to try one of the striping yarns I have, or striping yarns. I wanted to try one of the other lace colors I have. This is a crazy mess. I'm sorry that I'm... Yeah, so this is a little more see-through than I was hoping for in the fabric, but I actually didn't even get gauge. It needs to be even looser than this. So I think I want to reassess. And I don't know if that means that I want to try and use a much, much smaller needle and knit twice as many stitches so my fabric is not so see-through. Hey guys. Or if I want to try and get gauge and just knit it as it is. I've decided I'm going to knit a t-shirt length one so I can wear it to SSK and like have a fun knitted thing to wear in the summer, which I don't have right now. And then knit a second one, so I do have 2 sweater quantities of lace weight as an actual sweater. So I feel like the first one can be more airy and it'll be okay, but it also means I'll have to wear 2 layers in the summer if it's hot. So I don't know. I don't know what to do. So I'm thinking on it and I haven't decided. So those are my few woes and woes. I have a defeated foe, you guys. So I finished my vanilla Spacious OMG heel socks. So they fit great and they're very sparkly. Sparkle, sparkle, sparkle. Ta-da! Socks. I'm turning these in for detention and yeah. And socks. That's that. So what I want to talk to you about in Deafeated FOes is that now I have this whole like miniature gobstopper, because it's obviously not full size. I usually only use about just a little over half of a skein of yarn for socks for myself. So there's a good chance this is just about 40 grams. And I'm thinking what I could do is, even though, so this one's already got a big color block right there, so maybe not on this one. Or maybe just like little short triangles. But I really like to use like this to do a whole stripe. The problem is that I don't know how much a whole stripe weighs. Like, is a whole stripe 70 grams? Is a whole stripe 200 grams? Like, I don't know. And I meant to measure it after I finished this end, but I finished this end while I was in the middle of moving to New York, and I didn't have my tiny scale or anything. And so I started this piece without measuring. So now I can't measure it again until I finish the second one, because then I can just divide by 2 to figure out what a whole stripe is. And it'll give me an average, which is a good thing since not all fingering weights are considered equal. And I've got some hand spun in here and all sorts of crazy stuff. So I really like to have solid stripes, because I have like lots of 40% skeins, we'll call them. Which is basically like, I did the first 60% as a pair of socks, and I don't know what to do with the other 40%, because 40% is a lot. So, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe, somewhere in here. It would be fun. I also used to do, and I may go back to doing this, I would put a square in every blanket that I had, so like my brioche mitered square, my regular mitered square, this one, and then I would do a hexie puff. Well, now the hexie puffs are all going to be the temperature cowl, so no more hexie puffs for now. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. I gotta knit more on this, but I can't do that right now because I'm knitting for the Harry Potter Knit and Crochet House Cup, which is fine because I wouldn't be adding more pieces to this anyway. So it's kind of like, what do you do? You can see I did add a little piece of this sock yarn right here because I tried to make my socks match, and so I had to wind off some to get to the second toe. And then I still had a thing. Oh, this is crazy, you guys. I almost forgot to tell you. Thank goodness I'm yammering, or it wouldn't have happened. Guess who turned a heel from memory in the dark at her second viewing of Endgame? So yeah, in a movie. This girl did, you guys. It was crazy. I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna go ahead and do it, and if I get it wrong, at least I can knit, because I was kind of over-caffeinated. Me? Over-caffeinated? What? And so here's the real one. Okay. And then here's mine. I did almost everything right, except that there's like another row where you just knit across and before like doing anything else, and I skipped that row. So even though I only missed one row, this one is slightly different because on the front you have this single line of brown. And on this one, I was able to match the front color perfectly. So I actually like this second sock better. So now you know my secret. I can actually do spacious OMG heels in the dark, which I also didn't know. So I feel like I leveled up in knitting. Like, now I'm the next level knitter. Anyway, that's my Deafeated foe. I don't have any mustache this week because I actually have something on the way, but it's not here yet. It'll get here tomorrow. I'm trying to participate in the Eat, Sleep, Knit flash challenges, which are almost always buying something, because I want to kind of restock on solid colors and fingering weights and that kind of thing. So I ordered 2 of their Travel Around the World color bases, but they're like this grayish tonal color, and it's the New York colorway, so I had to buy it because I live in New York now, and gray is most of what I wear, like this. There you go. Yeah, so I will have that mustache to show you probably next week. Aside from that, I got nothing. Game of Thrones is on tonight. I think my friends are going to come over and watch with me. So yeah, I'm just going to do laundry and clean my house and watch Game of Thrones. Typical Sunday. Whether you're doing chores or you're procrastinating, I'll knit with you. What am I doing? Sorry. I'll knit with you. Bye, guys.